Mr. Nicholas Townsend Haas.
Good evening, everyone. Today, we have come together to celebrate the fact that we've reached the observation deck in our climb up the skyscraper called high school. Although the journey to the top has been trying and frustrating at times, I think we will all agree the view is pretty amazing. The German writer Mennen Arena composed a poem called Steps, in which he likened each stage of life to a step on a staircase. One of the lines in this work reads, "Almost as soon as we've gotten comfortable in one stage of life, stagnation reigns. Only he who is prepared to leave and travel will avoid paralyzing work." During our 4 years together as a class, we have shared 4 brief steps on the staircase of life. As freshmen, we felt ready to take on the world, believing that we had the answers to every question in the universe. Then the reality check came, as we were forced headlong into many challenges known collectively as MHS, the least of which was figuring out which stairs to take from the 3rd floor to the 4th. On the next step of our journey, we began to focus on defining who we were and who we wanted to become. Upon arriving on the 3rd step, we looked to the future and imagined how we wanted to spend the rest of our lives. Finally, just 1 year ago, we embarked on the 4th and final step of our journey together and worked towards turning our aspirations into reality. Although the personal transformation that each of us has undergone has been profound, the connections we have made during our time at MHS are even more important. Grades and test scores are only lines of ink on a page that will eventually fade, but the friendships we have made during our time together as a class are immortal. Nobody does it alone. We each need one another to get to this step. Although we are on the verge of falling rapidly from pathways, the memories and ties made during our time at Morristown High School will stay with us for the rest of our lives. They will be our solid ground, our North Star, and our light in the darkness. Today, we look to the future as we prepare to progress to the next step of our lives. As we continue our journey up the staircase of life, we should keep several things in mind. Firstly, we should always follow our passions, no matter where they lead us. Although our interests may guide us down the road less traveled, or in places where there is no road at all, we should never be afraid to follow our hearts. Secondly, we must never lose our sense of wonder. Curiosity about the world is what makes life worth living. We should not be afraid to ask questions that seemingly have no answer. Instead, we must push the boundaries of our knowledge until we hit a wall. Then we can get a hammer and knock down that wall, or hire the Mythbusters to blow it up for us. Finally, and most importantly, we should be kind. Kindness and compassion are greater assets than knowledge and power could ever be. No matter what, we need to ensure that we are acting for the benefit of our friends and loved ones, as well as total strangers. We owe it to the rest of the world to be kind in everything that we do, for the benefit of our peers, as well as ourselves. The change that is rapidly approaching us is for the best, and yet it is intimidating at the same time. However, I'm sure that everyone currently sitting in those hard plastic chairs has what it takes. Together, we survived 2 hurricanes, a fire, and a couple of bomb threats. This imagining the future is going to be child's play. Congratulations, class of 2014. We've just completed Act 1 of our lives. Now there will be a brief intermission, and we'll get started on Act 2. Now, one more piece of business to take care of. Anatomy 1. I know I promised you guys a joke, but I didn't think the rest of the people here would find it as humorous as we would.